The secret to a truly thriving garden isn't hiding in a fancy bottle or synthetic blend. It's rooted in ancient wisdom, passed down through generations of farmers who knew how to feed the soil, not just the plants. Long before chemical fertilizers existed, people around the world crafted natural brews from what they already had, fish scraps, seaweed, leaves, even ashes, and turned ordinary soil into living, fertile ground. Today, on Timeless Crops Haven, we're exploring 10 of those timeless fertilizer recipes, simple, natural, and proven by centuries of success. They cost almost nothing, yet they'll make your garden thrive like never before. Let's get started. Manure tea. For as long as humans have raised animals, manure has been one of the most reliable plant foods on Earth. When turned into a liquid, it becomes gentle enough for delicate plants, while delivering a burst of nitrogen and beneficial microbes that improve soil health. To make it, fill a burlap sack with about 5 pounds of well-aged manure. Cow, horse or rabbit works great. Submerge the sack in a 20-litre bucket of water and let it steep for 7 to 10 days, stirring occasionally. When the liquid turns dark brown, remove the sack and dilute 1 part tea with 4 parts water. Manure tea. You know, it really strengthens soil life, supports steady growth, and builds a foundation for long-term fertility. Fish fertilizer. Now that's an old tradition. Centuries ago, indigenous farmers discovered that burying fish near crops created extraordinary growth. The decomposing fish released nitrogen, phosphorus and minerals into the soil, fuel for lush, green harvests. You can make the same natural fertilizer by filling a 5-gallon bucket about 3/4 full of water, adding 2 pounds of fish scraps and a handful of brown sugar or molasses to help minimize odor. Cover it loosely and let it ferment in the shade for 2 to 3 weeks, stirring every few days. Then just dilute 1 cup of the liquid into a gallon of water before applying. The result is a powerful organic boost that brings even tired soil back to life. Seaweed tea. For thousands of years, coastal farmers gathered seaweed after storms and spread it on their fields. Seaweed is incredibly rich in minerals, over 60 trace elements, and natural growth hormones that encourage rapid root and leaf development. To make seaweed tea, rinse a few pounds of fresh or dried seaweed to remove excess salt, then soak it in a 5-gallon bucket of water for about 3 to 4 weeks. Once the liquid darkens, strain and dilute 1 part seaweed tea with 5 parts water. You can use seaweed tea as a foliar spray or a soil drench, and honestly, it works as an all-around plant tonic that strengthens resilience and improves yields. Comfrey fertilizer. Now that's something special. Comfrey is a remarkable plant that draws nutrients from deep within the soil. Its long roots mine calcium, magnesium and potassium, then store them in its leaves, making comfrey one of nature's best natural fertilizers. To make comfrey fertilizer, just chop a few pounds of mature comfrey leaves and pack them into a bucket. Fill with water until everything's covered and allow the mixture to ferment for 3 to 4 weeks. When it's ready, the liquid will be thick and dark. Dilute 1 cup of comfrey, concentrate in a gallon of water, and apply it to fruiting and flowering plants like tomatoes and peppers. It's a sustainable, self-renewing fertilizer that gives generously year after year. Nettle brew. Often seen as a nuisance, stinging nettle is actually a gardener's best friend. It's high in nitrogen, iron and magnesium, essential nutrients for leafy growth and plant strength. Wearing gloves, harvest several handfuls of nettle leaves and chop them roughly. Place them in a 5-gallon bucket, fill with water and cover loosely. Let it ferment for 10 to 14 days until it turns dark green. Strain the liquid and dilute 1 cup per gallon of water. This green tonic is just perfect for giving your plants an early season boost, and it naturally helps to repel pests like aphids. Bone meal tea. You know, before chemical fertilizers came along, bones were actually the main source of phosphorus and calcium for farmers. These minerals, well, they promote strong roots, healthy flowers, and, of course, fruit production. To make bone meal tea, crush about 2 cups of clean, dry bones. Chicken bones work great for this, and simmer them in a gallon of water for about an hour. After it cools, just strain and pour the liquid around your plants. Bone meal tea is excellent for root vegetables, flowering plants and fruiting crops. It's also a trusted remedy for preventing blossom end rot in tomatoes and peppers. Willow water. Now, willow branches naturally contain indole 3-butyric acid and salicylic acid, which are compounds that help plants form roots and recover from stress. To make willow water, cut a handful of young willow twigs into small pieces and soak them in about 2 quarts of warm water for 24 hours. Then just strain and use the solution to soak plant cuttings before planting, or water around newly transplanted seedlings. It's a gentle, natural rooting aid that encourages stronger root systems and faster recovery. Banana peel water. Banana peels are packed with potassium, which is, you know, one of the key nutrients responsible for flower and fruit development. Instead of throwing them away, you can turn them into a nutrient-rich liquid fertilizer. Chop 3 or 4 banana peels and soak them in a gallon of water for 5 to 7 days. When the water darkens, just strain it and use it directly around the base of your plants. So, banana peel water is especially good for roses, tomatoes and peppers, helping them, you know, produce more abundant and vibrant blooms and fruits. Eggshell extract, well, it's quite interesting. Eggshells are a nearly pure source of calcium carbonate, which plants really need to prevent deformities like blossom end rot. The trick, though, is converting that solid calcium into a form plants can absorb quickly. To make your own eggshell extract, crush a dozen clean, dry eggshells and place them in a glass jar. Then add 2 cups of white vinegar and let the reaction fizz until it stops. After that, dilute 1 tablespoon of the resulting liquid in a gallon of water before applying. It's pretty simple, really. This easy calcium supplement strengthens stems and supports healthy fruit development throughout the growing season. Wood ash water. Before synthetic fertilizers, wood ash was the go-to source for potassium and calcium. It's also excellent for balancing acidic soils. Mix 1 cup of clean sifted wood ash into 5 gallons of water, stir well and let it settle overnight. Use the clear portion of the liquid to water around fruiting plants such as beans, squash and tomatoes once or twice a month. Avoid using on acid-loving plants like blueberries or azaleas, as wood ash naturally raises soil pH. From fish scraps and seaweed to ash and eggshells, these 10 natural fertilizers prove that everything your plants need already exists around you. Each recipe restores the balance of life in your soil, supporting growth the way nature intended. You don't need chemical fertilizers to grow healthy, productive plants. Just the patience to work with natural cycles. Start with 1 or 2 of these ancient methods, and you'll soon see stronger, greener, and more resilient crops. If you enjoyed this guide, make sure to subscribe to Timeless Crops Haven and share it with other gardeners. Together, we can keep these timeless gardening traditions alive, one garden at a time.